Hello and welcome back for another day of NBA Summer League Daily, presented by the Sports Business Classroom. I'm your host for tonight, Andrew Crookes, checking back in for tonight's breakdown. To close out our sold-out opening weekend of NBA Summer League, we had a full slate of great matchups today, starting with Victor Wembanyama's second game out here in Vegas. And although we didn't get the matchup we wanted between the Thompson twins, we still had a great battle between the Rockets and Pistons, highlighted by Jabari Smith's 38-7-6 game, the highest scoring night of Summer League so far, passing Orlando Robinson from a couple of other nights. Now, he didn't do it by himself tonight. He had Tari Eason with 26 of his own, former Summer League first teamer, as well as 22 from rookie Cam Whitmore, his best performance of the summer so far. The Rockets are going to be an exciting team to watch this year, but they weren't on the court alone tonight. Detroit threw in a great game of their own, again with the tag team of the Twin Towers, both throwing up double-doubles. James Wiseman with 17, Jalen Duren with 23, matching Jaden Ivey's 22 of his own. The Rockets won the game, but it was our high-flying spectacle of the afternoon. Moving through the later games, another emerging storyline early on is this young Lakers team. Their chemistry so far has been off the charts with Colin Castleton and Demai Hodge, who played great today. There were shades of Jokic and KCP in the playoffs with some of the backdoor cuts and drop passes from Castleton in the high post. Keep an eye out for him to get that 14th coveted roster spot on the Lakers as they look for their title hopes to continue in 2024. The story for Charlotte in that one continues to be the struggles of Brandon Miller. 10 points tonight. The energy is there as he recovers from his spout with mononucleosis before the draft, but he was 4 from 18 again from the field. The defense is there, but that shot has to start falling if they want to justify taking him over Scoot Henderson. As we move forward, there was a barn burner between the Celtics and the Wizards today. The Wizards were led by a holdover from the Bradley Beal trade. Ryan Rollins actually threw in 17 points and 9 assists as they took down the Celtics, led by Jordan Walsh, who has quickly become a fan favorite for those Celtics fans looking to fill the Marcus Smart-sized hole in their hearts. Last game today was Wembanyama. I mean, this is exactly what we were hoping to see. He showed us all the tools that tantalize scouts and GMs across the league over the last 5 years as we saw him kind of come to fame and rise to superstardom. He threw up 27 and 12 today. Of course, he had 3 blocks, just like he always does. He really might lead the league in blocks this year as a rookie, which is incredible. But they were actually taken down as well. The Blazers had a under-the-radar performance from Michael DeVoe, with a scorching 29 points to lead them to victory over those Spurs. And that is today's breakdown. Now we're going to welcome on my good friend and friend of the Sports Business Classroom, Peter Williams, the head of the Next Star program in the Deakin Business School in Australia. How we doing today, my man?
I'm doing well, buddy. Thanks
for having me. A little rested up after that long flight?
It's a decent flight, but it's absolutely worth the effort to get here.
Once you get out here, right, it's all about basketball. The flight just goes away.
Absolutely.
You don't even think about it. Wanted to have you on today. Obviously, the international basketball has kind of taken Summer League this year by storm. Outside of Victor, though, because we all have eyes on the big man in France, but outside of Victor, who are some of your favorite international prospects out here this summer?
Yeah, there's definitely been a good Aussie invasion this year. We've got probably 2 standouts, in my opinion. Luke Travers, he was here last year with the Cavs. He's got a 2-way with them. Got stashed back in Australia, though. So he's performing well so far this week. I think he'll do well. And then we've also got Xavier Cooks. He signed with Washington right at the end of last season after a stellar performance in Australia. He won the MVP in our National Basketball League and back-to-back championships. So the Wizards signed him up, and he's here performing, getting some reps in, which is good to watch.
Nice, nice. They had a big win today, so
I
love to hear it. Let's talk about the Next Star program. On the heels of LaMelo Ball just signed a 5-year, $261 million extension. We know what he brings to the table, and he attributes a lot of his growth to the NBL and his time in Australia. I'm going to give you an open forum. Talk about the program and what it does for these kids.
It's been a fantastic program for a number of years now. It's designed to sort of be that alternative to the one-and-done college year or the Ignite in the G League. So it's about, getting international players for us anyway, so mostly American-based players after high school, come out, play in a man's league, a very physical league, get some experience there, and then obviously come and go to the draft. So it's been a great program. The way the salary cap works back home is these players are sort of outside the standard salary cap. There's some exceptions in the CBA back home to allow for them to get a roster spot in Australia and not kind of deal with the usual kind of cap limitations that come with the squad. So it's been a great program. LaMelo clearly is the poster child of the program so far, and the contract he just signed was fantastic. So it's proof that it's a really good foundational place to go rather than, you know, G League or overseas in Europe or one-and-done college.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it clearly worked out for both the Ball brothers. Obviously, Jello had his off-the-court issues, but as far as the ruggedness of the man's game, it really took their game to the next level. I mean, they were seen as immature and almost criticized for taking that route, and it ended up working out for them long-term.
Absolutely.
Playing off that, we have the World Cup this summer.
Yep.
How's the team looking? I know we're not going to get to see a certain 6'10" left-handed ball handler, but the team looks great.
I think we're going to have a really
shot.
Good shot this year.
Yeah.
I think, you know, Ben unfortunately is still working on his recovery and things like that, so we'll give him the space. I think it would have been great for him to come, and the camaraderie and the culture we have back home is such an important thing of Australian basketball. That could have been really good, supportive for him, but got to get his body right first, so that's fine. But for the rest of the squad, I think we're going to give it a good shake this year. We won the Rose Gold the other year at the Olympics, which we like to call it. Did really well there, and hopefully we can continue to extend that winning for the country.
When you've got a leader like Patty Mills and Aaron Baines in the locker room, I mean, that goes such a long way. And shout out to Bainesy being healthy, man. I mean, what a terrible accident, and when prayers out for him. We love to see him playing again. But I got my money on you guys in Canada as the two big sleepers this summer.
I think so. You know, Joe Ingles, Josh Green, we've got, you know, the Exum who's just got signed a new contract back here. Giddy, of course, as well. I think we're going to have a very solid squad, so it's going to be great to watch.
No, I'm so excited. All right, let's get into SBC itself, right?
Yeah.
You're one of our top friends of the program here. You know, we're always happy to see your smiling face. Helped out with my my year last year. But can we talk about your involvement with the program and kind of what makes it stand out as such an elite level talent finder for front offices and teams around the league?
Yeah, well, I think from our perspective, we've got not only obviously a bunch of Australians on the court this year, we've got a whole bunch of Australians coaching. It was about time we got a whole bunch of students coming to SBC. So what we've tried to create is almost like a Next Stars version of that to get Australian students over here to SBC. So I think the program's fantastic. It really, there's nothing like this around the world. To have that immersion inside a program, the way I talk about it back home is, you know, it's the same team who run Summer League, run SBC. So you have that intimate, immersive, intense sort of 5 or 6 day program, which is unlike anything else in the world.
Honestly, being a part of it last year, they say when you first show up, every single one of us as students are the big fish in our small ponds. Welcome to the big pond. Yeah. And that's no joke. I mean, this is the best of the best. These people are incredible, and it's people like you, Pete, and the instructors who make it all go. So thank you for stopping by today, and thank you for being a part of this, man. It's awesome. I was so happy when I got to see your face today.
I'm excited about it.
Lit me up. We're going to have a great week.
It's going to be great.
Well, that's it for today's Summer League Daily. Thank you to Peter Williams for stopping by and talking to us, checking out tonight and all the amazing games today. We'll be back here tomorrow. You can check out today's episode and our feature pieces on sportsbusinessclassroom.com. From Andrew Crookes and all of us here at Sports Business Classroom and Summer League Daily, you guys have an amazing night. We'll catch you tomorrow.